is gonna be all about pulling strength in your house. So you are gonna need some stuff. A chair. I have a stretchy band. It's one of these guys. It's kind of like medium-ish heavy. If you have like an old pair of leggings like that you would wear to class, or a pair of nylons or something, that'll totally work. You just need something with a little bit of bounce that you can pull on. Obviously, if you're gonna like pull on your leggings and stretch them, make sure that they're a pair that you don't mind if it gets a little stretched out. And then you're also gonna need a heavy thing, like a can of beans, or I have this jar of nectarines that my mom made. Thank you, Mom. We're gonna use that as a weight. So, take a second, go find your stuff. And you are gonna need like something you can wrap the stretchy band around, because we're gonna close the band in our door, and I don't want it to like come out like those terrible videos that you see on like YouTube and TikTok where like the stretchy band comes out of something and snaps the person in the face. Please don't do that. I don't want any of you to get snapped in the face by whatever stretchy thing you're using. So find something you can like put it around or through, like you could put it through like the loop on a water bottle, and then the water bottle will hang behind the door and the band will be through it. And then there's no way for it to come out of the door and like slingshot you, because that would be painful and I would be so heartbroken if that happened to one of you. And then go away and warm up, because we're just gonna do the stuff in this video, we're not gonna warm up. You don't need to do like a huge warm-up, because a lot of these are exercises that I incorporate later on in my own warm-ups. But do like some circles. Circle everything on your body that you can do a circle with, like your shoulders and your elbows and your wrists and your hips and your ankles, and you know, circle all the things. And then come back and then start this video. So the first thing that we're gonna do is some rotator cuff stuff. And hopefully the camera angles are like good for you to see me. For this one, if you were to look at the back side of my door, I would have the stretchy band looped around the door handle and then closed in the door. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take the middle of my stretchy thing. So like if you're using leggings, like the crotch of your leggings, loop it around the door handle behind the door. Again, so that when you pull on it, the band doesn't snap out of the door and hit you, because that hurts. Leggings might hurt less, but these guys, they hurt a lot. Not that I've done it, but you know, I've seen it enough online that I know that I don't want to experience that. And then I'm gonna close it in my door. So now I have two pieces of stretchy thing, two legs of some pants or some tights or something that I can hold on to. And then I'm gonna stand sideways, and I've just got one in each hand. I'm holding on to the other one so that, again, it doesn't pull out of the door. Safety first, guys. And you're just gonna stand like my shoulder's almost touching the door, so that this is got some resistance on it, but not too much resistance. You're gonna anchor your elbow to the side of your body. Your thumb's gonna point up, and then you're just gonna open your hand like a door. And you should feel this in your outer shoulder. It's one of your tiny rotator cuff muscles. It helps rotate your arm outwards. So we're gonna do some shoulder stabilizing things. And make sure it's not too hard. We're gonna do 10. Yeah, so let's do it. 1, 2. And try not to move your whole torso. Try and just move your arm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Incredible. So now I'm going to take a step away from the door, and I'm going to do the other arm towards you guys. So my elbow's anchored on my side, holding on to my stretchy thing, and this is just strengthening the muscles on the front of your shoulder for rotating it inwards. Because we want to stay balanced. Let's strengthen both sides of the joint. And I just am lightly holding onto this guy down here so it doesn't go through the door and hit me. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to do the other side. Hopefully you don't have too much of my back pointing towards you for this one. So, for the first one, I'm going to stand closer to the door. My elbow's going to anchor on my side. My thumb's going to point up. And I'm going to open my arm like a door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll do the rotating inwards once. So the elbow that's closest to the door is anchored on my side. It's starting directly in front of me, and then I'm going to rotate inwards for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. And then you can release your stretchy thing. So those are just some really good shoulder prehab exercises for preventing injury because we put a lot of stress on our shoulders. For the next one, you're going to stand on one end and you're going to hold on to the other end. If you're using pants or tights, you can stand on one foot or one ankle band of your pants or tights. You can hold on to the other foot, and if it's too long, you can roll it a couple times in your hand to get more resistance. You'll want it to be see my arms pointing down from my shoulder a little bit? You'll want it to be starting to resist just below your shoulder. And then you're gonna pull your rib cage in, you're gonna pull your tummy in, you're gonna make sure that your back isn't arching and stuff. And we're just gonna bring the arm up to shoulder height-ish. We're gonna do it 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. So this one is for the muscles over the top of your shoulder. Okay, so set a little angle down from my shoulder, and I'm going to lift it up to just above shoulder height, pulling my ribs in and pulling my tummy in, and making sure that my back is not super archy and I'm not cheating. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Last one, and I do these after my general warm-up before I do aerial stuff or handstand stuff. Pretty much every time I train. That might be a bit much for you if you haven't done them before. I would start with once or twice a week, and don't overdo these ones because they'll make your shoulders really tight and grumpy. We will stretch our shoulders out at the end, but yeah, don't overdo it. So this one is for overhead shoulder mobility. It's the same kind of setup. You got one foot or one ankle of your tights under your one foot. You're holding onto the other one, and it's I'm only just starting to feel tension right here, just above shoulder height. You don't want it to be too hard. And then the really important thing here is that your rib cage stays melted in. You don't want to let the ribs stick out because then our upper back will do the exercise instead of our shoulders. And we really want to isolate our shoulder muscles here. So rib cage in, arm at shoulder height, and we're going to pull it up towards our ear for 1. And you can think about pushing your shoulder up towards your ear as you lift your arm up. 2, 3, keep those ribs in. 4, 5, and this one's way harder, so I'm gonna do 8. 6, 7, 8. Amazing. Let's switch over. Let's do the other side. Again, rib cage stays in the whole time, because when you lift your arm, if your rib cage sticks out, your shoulder's not doing any of the work, your back's doing it all. So get ready. We're gonna lift it up. For 1, 2, think about really reaching your shoulder up to your ear as you lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Amazing. Okay, shake it out. Again, drop your stretching thing and grab your chair. And your heavy thing, which again could be a can of beans, jar of fruit, water bottle full of water, something like that. We're gonna do some back rotation stuff that's really healthy for your spine, really good for your back muscles. Your erector spinae, the muscles down the side of your spine, those big meaty ones, if you feel them, they're on each side of your vertebra. When we strengthen them, if we just do back lifts, it's less effective than if we do some rotations. That's what we're gonna do right now. So you're gonna stand like this with the weight in the same hand as the leg that's back. The other hand down on the chair. I'm gonna hold your weight down here like this. I'm gonna try really hard not to drop my jar of fruit. From here, you're gonna bring your elbow up towards the ceiling and then rotate with your spine. And then come back down. Elbow up and rotate and come back down. We're gonna do like 10 on each side. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. And let's switch over. Let's do the other side. Okay, so I'm leaning forwards, holding onto my weight. My weight is really slippery because it's glass. And we don't trust with weight. Okay. Elbow comes up, and then we twist for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I hope that's how many I did on the other side. I have forgotten. Sorry. Do the same number on each side. I also would like you guys to know that my timer that tells me how long I've been teaching you for just died. So I have no idea how long this workout's gonna be. We're just gonna do stuff for a bit until we stop doing stuff. Okay. So the next one that we're gonna do is for our serratus anterior, which is a muscle that comes from back here, and it wraps around your rib cage, and it helps initiate the pulling down motion. So it helps initiate this, which you can imagine very helpful for pull-ups. So you're gonna need your weight again. My jar is very slippery, so I'm gonna switch, and I'm gonna grab an ankle weight for this one, because I don't wanna drop my jar onto my face. Seems bad. Please be careful with your weight. Don't drop it on your face, and don't pick a glass jar, because apparently they're hard to hold on to. Cool. Okay, so you're gonna lay down like this. Your back is flat. I'm gonna switch forward so my head's not blocked by the chair. Okay, your arm's gonna start just above your shoulder. You're gonna start by bringing your arm back only about this far. And then you're gonna think about pulling your shoulder blade down to initiate your arm coming forwards. So if you were to have a view of what my back is doing on the ground, my arm's like up here, and I'm rolling my shoulder blade down and back, and that's what's bringing my arm forwards. So one more time. Shoulder blade rolls first to pull my arm down. And doing this laying on the ground is really great because it can give you the feedback of the ground. You'll feel your shoulder blade kind of moving on the floor. And you really want the movement to come from your shoulder blade rotating down your back. So when you lift your arm up, you can see like my shoulder blade's kind of up here. I want to really pull my shoulder blade down to make my arm come down. So I'm not just like waving my arm around. So I want you guys to go nice and slow with this one. Really try and feel that shoulder blade movement. We're gonna do like 10 on each arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. And switch it over, other side. Again, go slower if you need to, do less if you need to. It's more about feeling what your body is doing than it is about doing a specific number or going fast. So I'm gonna start with my arm back here. I'm gonna pull my shoulder blade down to initiate the arm forwards for 1, 2. I hope you guys can kind of see what's happening. Shoulder blade down, then arm goes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if you're having trouble figuring out that shoulder blade movement, if you're like, I don't know what's going on, then get rid of the weight and just try it without a weight and see if you can really get your shoulder blade to move up and down through the movement, because that's the important part. Okay, we're gonna do our pull downs with the door frame. So again, you're gonna want a thing to put your stretchy thing through so that it can't pull out of the door. Make sure it's like in the middle of the stretchy thing. And you're gonna close this in the top of your door frame. Just like that. So the water bottle's on the far side. If I pull on this, it's a big plastic thing stopping it from coming out and snapping it to me. Amazing. We're gonna do those shoulder shrugs, which you may you may remember, that's the word, from our inversions exercise. And if this is like a pair of leggings or a pair of tights, the crotch of your tights is around the water bottle or whatever you got, and then you're holding on to the feet or the ankles of the tights. And then you're just gonna let your shoulders go up to your ears, and you're gonna pull your shoulders down, just like we do when we're hanging from an aerial hoop or some aerial silks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Okay, shake it out for a second. We're gonna do our pull downs next. So our arms are gonna be up here. I want you to remember that floor exercise we just did. So rotate down through the shoulder to pull the elbow down in front of you. And only go as far as you feel like you can go without your stretchy thing like breaking or something, okay? Be careful, safety first. Okay, so we're holding on to our stretchy thing. Tummy is pulled in, or rib cage is pulled in. Shoulders are up by our ears. We're gonna engage the shoulders, rotate the shoulder blade down, pull down with the arms. I'm gonna go all the way down to my armpits because I wanna mimic a full pull-up on my hoop or my silks or whatever. And then we're gonna very slowly go back up. Shoulders down, rotate shoulder blades down, elbows down. Keep your back on the wall the whole time. We don't wanna let the back arch. Remember, I'm always telling you guys to pull your rib cage in. Pull your rib cage in. Shoulders down, pull down with the arms. This is number 4. Keep those hands shoulder distance apart too. Don't let them drift together in front of your face. 5. 6. Let's do 2 more. 7. Last one. 8. Nice. Good job. Shake your hands out. Those hard to hold on to. We're working grip strength too. Lucky us. Okay. We're gonna do a couple of rotator cuff stretches, and then I'll let you guys go because I think we're getting close to half an hour, and I know it's hard to fit stuff into your day. So maybe we'll do a pulling strength edition too, because I got some other stuff we can do later. Okay. So you're gonna lay down on your side. You're gonna make your elbow line up with your shoulder, and you're gonna kind of stack your shoulder so it's right underneath your chest. We don't wanna let it like come forwards like this. So we're really stacked. And then we're gonna push this hand towards the floor this way. And we're gonna take some nice deep breaths. And don't go too far because these are really tiny little muscles. It's easy to strain them. So be really gentle with this one. And don't worry if your arm goes way further than mine. Mine doesn't even motion like normal range of motion. It's really tight. Your arm should probably go further than this. Normal for women can be up to like 90 degrees and flat on the ground. Mine's just very tight. So if your hand goes all the way to the ground, great job for having healthy shoulders. Let's do the other side. So again, elbow is in line with our shoulder, our torso is stacked on top of the shoulder, and then we're pushing the forearm into internal rotation. And it doesn't feel terrible at all. Not at all. Okay, that is enough of that. Come on up onto your knees. You're gonna bring your hand so the palm faces towards you. You're gonna hold on to your wrist. You're gonna keep your shoulder down and back. Don't let it move at all. You're gonna bring your elbow up towards your forehead. You should feel like a weird stretch in your outer shoulder. As long as you're keeping your shoulder down and back. If your shoulder is following the stretch like this, you probably won't feel anything. So you gotta really have that oppositional pull in your stretch of your shoulder going down and back away from the direction your hand is going. And let's do the other side. So palm is towards you, hold on to your wrist, shoulder down and back, pull your elbow up towards your forehead. I got one last stretch for you, and then I will let you go. So we're gonna start laying down on our backs. This one's like a weird and super gentle stretch. You're gonna put your elbows together. You're gonna keep your elbows touching no matter what. You're gonna bring your elbows up in this direction, and then you're gonna bring your knees into your chest. Come on out of that one. I hope you guys had fun. I did. If you have questions, let me know. And see you all soon. Nice work.